and the week is going to be very good for you guys. So the first card here, which is the Eight of Wands, and this is going to be the point where you are going to find yourself being quite annoyed. Hello, you beautiful people. Welcome to the channel. It's Rad. And in this video, you can watch a forecast for your star sign for the upcoming week, June 16th up until June 22nd. 2025. And if you happen to be interested for a personal reading, you can go to my website, which link you can find in the description down below, and there at the very front page you can see a full list of my services and also their pricing. So based on your budget and also your needs, you can go for whichever one suits you best. Now with that said, let's jump right away to the forecast. This reading is going to be for Gemini Sun, Moon, and also Gemini Rising. So if you are born under the Gemini star sign, then the reading, or you can extract from the reading the situations, the people, and generally, you know, the topic that you're going to deal with going through your week. If you're here because your moon is in Gemini, then you can extract from the reading the way how you're going to feel going through your week. And if your rising sign happens to be Gemini, and that's why you're listening to this video, then you can extract from the reading the best way how you can tackle stuff around. So listening to all three of your major signs, that should give you a pretty good idea what week you're going to have ahead. And the first one that is going to be for you, the first card, Gemini, that will be the eight of Wands. Followed by the second card here of the Nine of Cups. Now moving on, next we have Seven of Wands. And the final card, that will be the Six of Swords. Okay, so these four cards here. Now, how can I explain that? There is so much involved as in terms of a personal investment in this week, and the week is going to be very good for you guys. So the first card here, which is the Eight of Wands, it shows that the week is going to be very so busy. I mean, there are going to be a lot of stuff moving around, a lot of for example, clients coming and going, a lot of projects coming and going, tasks as well, people, and so on and so forth. But the Eight of Wands carries on an inherent risk, okay, with that card. So inherent risk of that, not everything that comes your way is going to be applicable to your skills, for example, to your knowledge, or even to your experience, if you will. And so the thing for you, Gemini, is going to be which, say, enterprise you are going to undertake, because there are going to be, like I said, there are going to be many of them. And it's important to take your breath and try to scope. What's the word here? Accordingly. I would say it that way. So try to scope accordingly and try to project what you may anticipate from the enterprise or from the option in front of you. To your skill, knowledge, experience, connections that you do have. So you obtain a pretty accurate perspective how difficult the task at hand is going to be for you, how risky is going to be. Because the inherent risk of the Eight of Wands could be a very big one. I mean, there are people that are losing everything they got. And you don't want to find yourself in that position. You don't want to lose your job because you took uncalculated risk and you cost a lot. And it costed a lot to the company or to the office that you're working at, okay? Or even you don't want to take and calculate a risk in your, say, personal life and miss on another opportunity that will be simply better, right? And this is going to be the point where you are going to find yourself being quite annoyed, right? That is displayed here by the Nine of Cups into the second position. This card describes what is going to hold you back, and it works in a couple of ways. The first one is the sheer well, I can't say annoyance. You know that feeling when you know that you are rich, but in the same time you kind of can't find a way how to capitalize on those riches? Right? I mean that, for example, that you do have so many people you can date with, but you can't date them all at once, and it's annoying because you just have to go with one or the other, but you aren't certain whether things are going to work out with one or the other, and so you're afraid, or you're finding yourself being afraid that you may choose the wrong one. So that is the feeling here that you're going to have, which is going to work against you. I'm not saying that it's going to stop you, but you're going to have to fight that feeling constantly. And the second way how the Nine of Cups works into working against you is putting on a veil, so to speak, for future options available. It is like when that card is into the second position, people usually kind of think that this is it, man. I mean, if I don't take that, or if I don't take this, I will never gonna have a chance later on into the future. And so people were restraining themselves when they are having a Nine of Cups into a disadvantageous position in such a development, because it may mean different stuff as well. In some cases, it may mean that you have to put a lot of yourself into something in order to maintain it, in order to sustain it, but not in your case. In your case, it's all about having that needless sense of emergency that now is the moment. And what is going to help you going into your week here, it is a Seven of Wands, okay? So you're going to have that moment, that now is the moment, but it's not going to be the only one, okay? And as a helping card, I'm sorry here, it's what is going to help you going into the week or going through your week. It is the awareness when is the right time to act. Well, the right time is not exactly correct to say, because there are going to be more variables than that. You will have that astute awareness to identify when the time is right, when the circumstances are right, and when the people around you, for example, are right, when the means are right, all three combined. And that is going to be your moment to act forward. So people who doesn't have that readiness to jump into action and to kind of like take, the word is not risk, but more like believing in yourself, are gonna struggle going into the week or going through their week. Those of you Gemini who are opportunistic, who are always eager to to act and to move and to seize chances, you guys are gonna benefit tremendously going through your week. And the other thing that is going to help you is that you will simply going to find yourself on top in every single situation, at least going through that week. If these are chances or choices or enterprises that can be performed by many people, you are going to be the first to be offered, and you're going to be the first to choose whether you are going to take it or not. So you should use that chance going through your week. But ultimately, what is going to boil down to by the end of the week here is Six of Swords and the Nine of Cups, which was on the second position here. The Nine of Cups plays a huge role into the end development of the week, because the Six of Swords represents a final appearance, in a sense of a I will start from the beginning. Like I said, a lot of things are going to move around. There are going to be a lot of projects, a lot of people coming in, coming out, and so on and so forth. But by the end of the week, one is going to appear that is going to frighten you. Is going to frighten you with its potential and with its uncertainty. But when you think very carefully about it, and that's why it is important that you make those deliberations probably by yourself or with the trusted companions. Once you make the deliberation for that thing that is going to come by the end of the week, you're going to see that actually there is no risk involved. In fact, the only thing can happen, the worst thing that can happen is having no effect at all on your, for example, love life, or for example, on your business life. But as the maximum plus from it, it can make a dream of yours come true. So literally from it, you're going to have everything to gain and literally nothing to lose. That's why you need to have that opportunistic nature here and making this step toward the unknown. So you're going to have a very important threshold to cross by the end of the week that you're going to be afraid of doing, because like I said, that throws you into the unknown. But in this unknown, everything is going to be better than the state and the situation you are finding yourself in right now. Ultimately, what happens here is that you're going to make the very, very first step that is going to set you on a path of completing and fulfilling a dream of yours. So that was your weekly reading, Gemini. Hopefully you do enjoy it and you do liked it. And if you did, you can subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment on the video if you feel so as well. And hopefully we're going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.